Okay, so I decided to make a replay video of a recent practice session that I did for an upcoming IMSA MX5 Cup Series race. And what you're seeing here is my first true lap after doing some practice runs on this turn here. So keyhole into the longest straight of the track. So that's why you see up at the top the delta already has some blocks filled in it. It's because I've been practicing certain sessions and then just resetting myself back to the pit. So the first lap time that you see is going to be incorrect at 7 minutes, but after that all the lap times are correct. This was another turn I was practicing, bleeding off as little speed as possible into that first S. This is called the S's. Right there I wasn't fast, should have been wide open, but I'll improve on that one the next lap. That's part of what makes the next lap so much faster than this one. Another section here where I try to stay flat out until the very last minute, getting as close as possible to the wall on the right before braking a little bit, coming in here, trying to get to the left and then cutting in. I missed my apex here. I should be right there and turning inward still. Instead I ended up coming much straighter into that 90-degree left. So I lost a lot of speed there. So you see my first lap time is 7:01, but that's not true. It's probably closer to like a minute 42. This is the second longest straight of the track, going into turn 1. I did a lot better that time. Held a better line and a lot more speed exiting keyhole. And then here I'm trying to wait to the very last second to brake hard at the 200. And then off the brakes in third gear, cutting this one as short as possible. I go a little wide here, but it ended up working out in the end. And then back on the brakes a little bit. Again, much wider there than I wanted to. Ideally, I want to be hugging the inside line there pretty much the whole time. Alright, so here you're wide open. This thing's only got like 180 horsepower, 200 horsepower maybe. So yeah, you're flat out. Brakes. Back in it. Modulating throttle. And then I'm, again, wide, fast. But I had a better exit here, which made up for a lot of the time. So you'll see my lap time there was a minute 40, 3:47. So just over a minute 40. That turn by the pits wasn't the best, but allowed me to keep some speed. This one I did a lot better on, a lot better exit here, way more speed than the first one, and the second one even. You'll see on the top left there, I'm full into the throttle right now, and even watching this, I could probably brake harder sooner and then trail brake into the turns. Yeah, see, I think I'm trail braking, but I'm not really trail braking. A little modulating the throttle. Barely in the, yeah, much better line on this one. Again, watching this, I'm not as hard on the brakes as I think I am. There, I wasn't trying to brake at all, really. Trying to stay as wide open as possible through here. Fourth gear now. I'm much faster through this section, you'll probably notice. And then a much better entry into this section. Perfect, up on the curb. Modulating the throttle to keep my speed flat out. and that's when I hit a minute 40 flat. And this ends up being my best run. Right here I'm aiming for the curb. Just barely missed the apex there, but honestly, I think that was a pretty good entry. And then here you can see I went way too fast, went wide. I don't reset myself to the pits because I just want to keep it going. And I don't want to mess up my delta. Oh man. Is my delta even working actually? I wasn't paying attention earlier if it was or not. Hopefully it was. But yeah, you can see here, trying a different line there. I cut the inside of turn 4 into turn 5 a lot closer on turn 4 versus going wide like I have in other ones. And you can see here, yeah, I'm kind of all over the place with my line. I think I was just too pumped up from that first one being a really good run, and now I'm trying too hard to chase that minute 40 and get like a minute 39. Yep, see, I cut that one too close, end up going off the track after, and then that doesn't set me up well for this corner. I'm wide, tight on the inside, and I spin out. Again, I don't reset myself. We just get right back into it. Yeah, I don't cut this stuff out because I want to be able to show all the bad stuff I do, and maybe you guys can help me understand what happened in those sections where I spin out. So yeah, it looks like the delta isn't working in the replay for whatever reason. It's a bit of a bummer. You can hear me no lift shifting. You can also see it by the green bar not going away on the pedals. At this point I'm telling myself, alright, well it's not going to count. You've already gone off track and you messed up going into the final turns before the finish line. So I'm telling myself, like, don't chase beating your record, because obviously you're not going to do it on this lap. Just try to make a clean lap and reset, and it's not working. I'm still battling with myself and the car to get a fast lap, because in my version of it, the delta is like still going down, and it's telling me like, oh, there's a chance you could at least get a decent like minute 42 run, but that's not the case. And I think this is where I end the clip. Yep. So that's it. Appreciate you guys watching, and hopefully you can help me identify ways I can improve. I try to put as much helpful information up there. I'm still trying to figure out my overlays and everything like that. So if you have some suggestions for what to use on that, I'd greatly appreciate it. I have a race labs that I need to finish setting up and connecting to Assetto Corsa, and I think that will help out a lot. I think that's the one that I see people using the most, that has like your braking data, your throttle data, and some of the key information that you can put in there. But yeah, I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to the race. I'm going to keep practicing. I'm hoping I can get that down below a 140 flat, but I'm pretty happy for tonight. Again, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video.